Hello my friends, Asoka the Geek here, and for this review we're taking a look at the new Beast Kingdom Batman Returns Oswald Cobblepot Penguin. First of all, huge thanks to the fine folks at Beast Kingdom for sending me this for review. Really excited for this figure. I love Beast Kingdom action figures. I love Batman Returns. I really have loved the Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton figures that Beast Kingdom has done. So very excited to take a look at this figure. But yeah, here is Danny DeVito as the Penguin. As you can see, he's the Penguin. He looks great so far from the art on the box. Also comes with, looks like a few penguin henchmen or hench penguins as well, so really excited about that. Very nice box art here. These are 8-inch scale figures. They don't really scale well with McFarlane Toys at all. I will do a comparison with those later in the review, but without further ado, let's get this guy out of the package and take a closer look. Actually, before I take it out of the package, it actually opens up just like this. So I wanted to show you this really cool artwork on the inside of the packaging. Love that. Looks fantastic. And then there you can already see the figure with the penguin, and then the artwork there. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this because I really love the artwork here. But anyways, now without further ado, let's get him out of the packaging. Alright, so here is the figure outside of the packaging. Before we get to the figure, let's talk about the accessories. There's the stand that it comes with. I really like these newer Beast Kingdom stands. Very simple, effective. I like the artwork on the stands, or the stand in particular. Looks great. Then we have an extra set of hands for the penguin. Then you have his two little penguin henchmen, and these look great. Really nicely painted, nicely detailed. Not really any moving parts to it. Oh, there you go. The missile does detach. Thank God I didn't just break it. But that's cool if you want it detached. But yeah, these really look nice. You look at all the missiles on the side of the flipper there. That's awesome. These are great. These are really nicely done, nicely painted. Penguin, penguins. Little satellite dish on the top. Such a wild movie, man. I love this movie so much. So that's going to look great next to the penguin. Here's a smaller penguin. So great. I love when they attack Batman in the tunnel, and he's got to do that maneuver in the bat ski boat to dodge the missiles. Just so great. And I love the bat ski boat. That seems like a very specific vehicle that you can only use in very specific scenarios. But anyways, it's awesome. Now here's Penguin himself. Now the one thing I'm bumping up against already is the hat. The hat keeps falling off. It doesn't really sit very well on the head. I just have to, I think, mess around with it a little bit more, see how I can get it to stand. There you go. He's a little top heavy. But as for the figure itself, really love the quality. I mean, it's got real hair, for God's sake, so that's pretty cool. The paint on the face, you see the different like purple and the different skin tones there. I think that's really nicely done. I think it looks like Danny DeVito as the Penguin. You have some good, decent articulation here, given the, the nature of the figure. And then, as you can see, it's all cloth goods. Nice material all around here. Good range of motion with the arms. I think it would have been great if he came with a umbrella. That's surprising they didn't include an umbrella with this. But, it's a really good-looking penguin figure. I really hope they do a Michelle Pfeiffer, Catwoman, and, of course, Mr. Freeze and Uma Thurman and all the Bat and the Riddler and Two-Face. I would love to have all of the villains from Beast Kingdom. But, yeah, I just had to mess around with getting the hat to stay. But other than that, I really like this figure. The quality is really nice on it. It's just feels like a nice thick coat here. He looks great, man. Really nicely done. Yeah, I'm just looking at it there. There's the head on the peg there. The arms. You can take all of this off if you wanted to. But there he is. Let's see how he looks next to a few other Beast Kingdom Batman figures. All right, there's the Penguin next to Batman Returns Batman and Jack Nicholson as the Joker. So yeah, I love the whole look of all of these guys together. For those of you who haven't seen the Batman Returns Beast Kingdom Joker, this is one of my favorite figures that they've done. Just love the way it turned out. I love the way it looks. Love the head sculpt on it. The wire on mine is poking out a little bit. That's unfortunate, but other than that, it's still a great looking Michael Keaton Batman Returns figure. It looks great with these other ones. So I would recommend tracking this down if you are able to. I think they might be doing another release of the Batman Returns figure, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, but anyways, there's that. And then Jack Nicholson has the Joker. You don't see too many Jack Nicholson figures out there in the world. You have the Hot Toys version, and I think this version, and don't think there are many other officially licensed Jack Nicholson Joker figures. So this one is fantastic in my opinion. It looks great. I don't know if McFarlane's ever going to be able to do one because of the licensing and the cost to do it. So this might be a good version to get, just to have a Jack Nicholson on your shelf. Speaking of which, I did say that I would show you what these look like next to some McFarlane figures. So let me see what I have handy here. Well, here is Nightwing. So just to give you an idea of the scale there. So as you can see, he doesn't scale very well next to McFarlane figures. They're an 8-inch line, but on the larger side. I don't care about scale, so it works for me. But yeah, definitely not going to fit in with your McFarlane figures. So there you go. All right, my friends. Well, that's about it. There's your look at the Penguin. I think he retails for about $100, if I'm not mistaken. This is kind of like their deluxe line with the cloth goods and all that, so a little bit pricier. But yeah, I'll see if I can throw a link in the description below to their official site where they're selling it. But I think you can also get it through other sites as well. But there you go. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a great day.